speak.
Yes.
This could go either way.
Exactly.
Yes.
And people need to be told this.
Yes. I think, Jeff, democracy is a halfway house. On one side, you have anarchy, chaos, disorder. On the other side, you have a dictatorship, autocracy, a strongman rule. And democracy sometimes is messy. You have direct democracy, protest. Sometimes it's messy. And yet that is one of the ways of getting the will of the people. But when that messy form of democracy is let free without any constraint, it ends up in the anarchy, like what has happened now in several countries in Africa. And they tell us that don't think that Kenya is so special or unique that certain things can't happen because they haven't happened before. They can. On the other hand, you have the kind of like dictatorship, like what happened in Venezuela when they overthrew the democratic form of governance. You had the people who took over with Maduro, Chavez before him, and they are not ready to listen to the will of the people. Getting the right balance to avoid going to one extreme. Of course, we need law and order. And law and order is very important. And when you're in the middle of a protest that has gone rogue and you see anarchy, you actually look forward to seeing police officers and security officers. When your business is being looted, when you just find chaos, you actually value law and order. On the other hand, when you have abductions, when you have security forces misbehaving, tear gas canisters thrown indiscriminately, when you have people being shot, you actually look forward to public manifestation of protest. Or when you find corruption is being allowed to run scot-free, you want to see the people taking charge. So getting the right balance is a challenge. And for me, the concern, Jeff, is who switches off the protest. In the old days when we were young and we were in university and we would be upset about something, we'd go to the streets, would protest, would fight with the anti-riot police officers. And when it became too much, the vice chancellor would call the Senate, he would close the university, the protest would be switched off. This is what used to happen in the past. Now, the protest is mobilized through social media. Who turns off the protest? During the Azimio Mandamanos, you'd call Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, you negotiate with him, come with a structured thing, and you could switch off the protest. The question is, the protest we have in Kenya now, who switches it off? If there are 10 people who want to protest, and of course they will never accomplish the full goals they want to in a month or in 2 months, because you accomplish certain things. You're able to get the finance bill withdrawn, you're able to fight corruption, but corruption fights back. The structures of government require structured engagement. That takes time. Who switches off the protest? And that is a question. After nane, will we have tisa nane, kumi nane, and so on? So I think there is need for a balance where we allow people to protest. If they want to continue protesting, you can't switch off the protest. On the other hand, can the business people be allowed to continue with their business? So getting the right balance is a challenge. I don't know when we will get there. We need to continue having moments of protest to keep our leaders to account, at the same time having a necessary law and order for business to continue and for us to have structured engagement to deal with the challenges of corruption, social injustice, overtaxation, and all those other challenges. So the jury is out there. How do we get the right balance?
Yeah, I agree with you, Senior Counsel. And Bishop, it's a